Hey, football fans, this is Gary Greene in Las Vegas, longtime sports handicapper and professional sports bettor here for the past 35 years for Gary Wins. And this is our video for week number 7 in the NFL of our top premier game of the week. And we're going to have our free pick of the week with this game as well. And hopefully it can be as easy as our Saturday college football freebie that we had with the Texas Tech Red Raiders and the Baylor Bears going over 55.5, and they scored about 100. So it doesn't get much better than that. They're fun games. We had a great day. Our first 2.5 unit best bet of the year on Georgia, who won straight up. So hopefully we can keep running it. We are just destroying the NFL again this year, and we have for about the last 12, 13 years. It's hard to believe the winning rate that we've been at. A lot of our games have been team totals, which we have started to excel out the last 3 or 4 years. But in this free pick, we're going to go with a total. But we'll look at this game right now. We have two offenses, the number 4 Green Bay offense, and they're going to go against, actually, on paper, a pretty good Houston defense, number 3 in the NFL. On the other side of the ball, you have the Houston offense that's number 5 in the league. They're going to go against the 20th ranked Green Bay defense. And this Green Bay defense has some holes, but got to give them credit. They have a plus 17 turnovers on the defensive side of the ball this year in 6 games. That is making a world of difference. Now you have Jordan Love, who was out for a little bit. He has been back, and he has really lit it up at home. In fact, the last 2 games at home, Jordan Love, 4 touchdown passes in both. And they got Romeo Doubs now back on board after a suspension for a week, and 2 touchdown catches last week for him. That really opens up another weapon that they had all last year with him. So there's a lot of weapons all over the field for this game, wide receiver-wise, tight end-wise, running back-wise. Both teams are really excelling. The Green Bay Packers have 1,003 rushing yards through 6 games. That's their most rushing yards through 6 games in like 70 years. We have 2 young quarterbacks who I think are right now right there in the top 7, 8 in the league. And both are excelling, and it doesn't hurt to have a lot of weapons. It just comes down to a lot of time offensive line play and how you can hold up and give time. For the Houston Texans, one of the reasons that their defense is playing so great, they made a fantastic pick with C.J. Stroud, but their other pick with Will Anderson, this guy has been unbelievable on defense. He has been a one-man wrecking crew, and he has really made the difference in that defense, and that's what shot them up to number 3 in the rankings right now through 6 games. So there are pieces of the puzzle for both teams in place for both of these teams to have fantastic years. And these 2 quarterbacks, I truly believe, will be really pumped up, and this is the game that they want to play against each other, but they want to do better than the other. And I expect we should see some fireworks in this ball game. And when we look at this game, the Houston defense kind of got hit with the injury bug. They may be number 3 in the rankings, but they have some key guys out for this game. So you have to take into consideration that when you're missing key starters, that's not the good situation. And now when you're going on the road, where surprisingly Stroud has struggled a little bit, you don't want to go on the road and play without your top players, especially on the defensive side of the ball. We know that the crowd will be up for the game in this game, and the last 3 times that Green Bay has faced the Houston Texans, they've averaged 33 points per game. We have a Houston offense that got a big boost when the running back Pierce played last week. He got 76 rushing yards. They have Mixon. Right now we have Diggs, the wide receiver, who's starting to catch fire, and he's getting into a groove. It takes a little while sometimes with new players and young quarterbacks especially to get a rapport. It's happening now. I saw on these tapes, when you can tell when they're giving the hand signals and they feel that they have plays that they can take advantage of. And Stroud had a big game last week. 3 touchdown passes. He didn't have big yards, but that's when he's going to be at his best, this offense, when the running backs can really excel. That just opens up the passing game. And I think we're going to see a lot of big plays. In fact, as far as explosive plays go, Green Bay's offense has 55 explosive plays, second in the NFL to only the Ravens, who have 59. The only thing, if I was betting a side in this game, I would worry about with the Texans side is that again, Stroud struggled in his 2 road starts. He's got 192 yards passing and 215 passing yards. But again, the last couple weeks, I really like what I see out of Stroud. Again, he seems back in the form that he was in, especially at the second half of the season last year, which he had a great season there. So takeaways have been big for Green Bay because they do have holes on the defensive side of the ball. I thought when the season started that a lot of people were high on Green Bay. I was high on the offense. I thought they had a lot of weapons, and I thought that Love would come in and play even better than he did last year with a year under his belt. But I was worried of the defensive side of the ball, and they do have holes, but they're forcing turnovers at an alarming rate, number 1 in the league at plus 17. So if they can continue to do that, they're going to be tough to beat, especially at home. So this is a game where I really like the over in this game. 48 is very fair. I think that these two offenses are both going to dominate this game. I think that we'll see a lot of explosive plays. You never really know when turnovers can decide the fate of these totals sometimes if they happen on the wrong side of the field. We have crazy head coaches now that will go for it on 4th down and goal at the 7-yard line instead of kicking field goals, so you lose some value at times. Green Bay missed a field goal a couple weeks ago that cost a game from going over and turned it into a push, which isn't the end of the world. But I don't forget those games, but it was a game that should have been an easy over. So I'm going to go with the over in the 48 here with the Houston Texans and Green Bay. And I think the offenses, again, I'm going to overlook the number 3 ranking for the Texans in this one. The Green Bay defense is right where I thought, around 20, is probably even better than maybe I thought coming into the year. And I think there'll be a little regression on the Houston side because Love has 4 touchdown passes last 2 games with Dobbs back and happy and back in the fold, and it just seems like everybody made up. They need Dobbs in there. Dobbs is a big catch maker, and I think he's going to have some big explosive plays here against this Houston Texans defense. So our free pick of the week for NFL week number 7 is going to be a total Houston and Green Bay over 48. Don't forget to check out all my tip videos, tips to be a better winning sports bettor. And I'm a 35-year professional sports bettor, so I've seen it all, done it all, and these tips will help you. But most of all, the best tip that I can give you is please don't overbet. Never bet what you can't afford to lose. As long as you do that, you'll be able to stay in the game a lot longer. So have a great weekend, and hope all your wagers are winning ones. Take care.